Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, editorial director at TigerFitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO. Ooh, OCD, I gotta make sure all the black and red are even. Guys, in this video I want to talk about making the switch from conventional to sumo deadlift or from sumo to conventional. This is a question I answer quite a few times during the year, and I want to share with you the advice I give to trainees who approach me about making a switch or trying a different variation. Now, here's how it goes. Most people start out trying conventional, and at some point they wonder if the sumo deadlift is right for them. If this is you, or if the opposite is true, if you've been doing sumo and you want to try conventional, a couple pieces of advice. Number one, don't go heavy with the opposite type of lift for quite a long time, meaning a couple months. And when I say heavy, try not to train above 85% on that new variation. So if you're conventional and you're going to try sumo, try not to train above 85% of your conventional deadlift. If you're sumo and you're going to incorporate conventional deadlifts, don't train above 85% with conventionals. That's the main thing. You never want to try a new exercise variation and do it heavy before you get a chance to work on your form, before you can make that neurological, that physiological, that adaptation where you've done enough reps with the new exercise variation that it almost feels second nature. So when your form feels second nature on the new variation, you've done enough reps and you've had a quality strength coach check out your exercise form on this new variation and say, thumbs up. Until that point, don't train above 80%. Stick around 70, 75, 80% max. Now, another thing I recommend is that if you're curious to make a switch from conventional to sumo or sumo to conventional, do both at the same time. Do both at the same time for an extended period of time. For 6 months, maybe even a year. I guarantee that if you do so, if you're a conventional lifter and you pull and you incorporate sumos for 6 months to a year, or if you're a sumo lifter and you incorporate conventionals for 6 months to a year, I guarantee with 93.78943% accuracy, that's not a guarantee, that's close to a guarantee, that your deadlift will improve just by incorporating both lift variations over the coming year. Because there are some weaknesses that one variation will address that might not be apparent. Like if you're pulling conventional and you switch to sumo, it'll bring up some weak spots that you might not have known were there with conventional. So I believe there's a quality synergy with doing both. And if you run both for an extended period of time, you're going to see a bump in your deadlift strength on both sumo and conventional. And you'll also find that over time, you're stronger at one than the other. You'll start to gravitate towards one over the other. And you'll start to understand which is better suited for your body and your leverages. So give them a try for an extended period of time. Now I want to tell you a little bit of story about my year-long experiment with sumo deadlifts. I am a conventional puller. Anybody who has watched me deadlift knows this. But I spent a year pulling sumo as well. Now, even though my sumo sucks, and I never got it near my conventional level strength, I was able to get it up to 545 by 3. A far cry from my conventional deadlift strength at the time, which was around 675. So it was my sumo deadlift, even though I invested a lot of time into it, wasn't even close to my conventional deadlift. But during that year that I worked on my sumo and brought it up from 405 to 545 by 3, that's when I saw one of the greatest increases in my conventional deadlift pulling strength. I was at about 545 for 2 reps conventional until I spent that year doing both sumo and conventional, and I gained about 120 pounds, maybe about 100, 110, 120 pounds, my conventional pull over the course of a year just by incorporating sumo. So even though you might be weaker on one lift, it might actually be bringing up some kind of a weakness. It might actually be bringing up strength and some kind of a weakness in your stronger deadlift variation. So just keep that in mind. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, you can hit me up in my Q&A link below. If you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. If you need a quality post-workout drink, put down the Pop-Tarts and check out Huge Gainer. And my books, both my books are for sale, $14.99 and $9.99 at Tiger Fitness. And if you'd like a Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO, or Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO, you don't get a CEO t-shirt, I'm the CEO. If you want a Muscle and Brawn Nutrition t-shirt, those are for sale below as well. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I actually lift, and I'm 48 years old. Oh, look at them Bicepticons.